Good afternoon. My name's Trudy Dorrel, and I'm honored to be an ambassador for the Women's Health Gala. I'm going to tell my story, and I feel like I cannot begin to tell that story without saying that I have been a registered nurse for 53 years. In high school, I became interested in nursing and joined the Future Nurses and Doctors Club. We also did candy striping, and for that we did our volunteer hours at the old St. Francis Hospital on East 1st Street here in Maryville. Upon graduation, I attended the St. Anthony Hospital School of Nursing in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. The nuns that owned our hospital here in Maryville also owned and operated St. Anthony Hospital. It was a hospital that had 250 beds, which made it an excellent place to receive an education. Upon graduating from the School of Nursing, I returned to Maryville and was hired by the St. Francis Hospital to be a med-surg nurse on first floor. How wonderful it was for Maryville to have a brand new hospital. I've had different jobs over the years as a registered nurse. After working as a floor nurse at the St. Francis Hospital, I worked at doctor's offices. I set up what is now known as our Nottoway County Health Center. In 1976, I was hired by Northwest Missouri State University School of Practical Nursing to teach in that program. Eventually, that program went to the Northwest Technical School in Maryville. I was employed at the School of Practical Nursing for 28 years. I loved it, and myself and my faculty educated many fine men and women to provide nursing skills for hospitals, doctors' offices, and nursing homes. Over the years, I have seen many changes in what we have in Northwest Missouri. With Mosaic, we now have many specialty clinics and services such as OB, pediatrics, psych, orthopedics, and of course our cancer center. In 2021, I required some of the spatial services offered at Mosaic. I was diagnosed with breast cancer. 2021 found me needing some specialty care. While I was getting my yearly checkup with my nurse practitioner, she felt a lump in my right breast. I had had a mammogram just a year before, and it was normal. So she sent me down for a mammogram, and then I was sent for an ultrasound and had a biopsy a few days later. It was determined that I did indeed have breast cancer. I had surgery, and a lumpectomy was performed. It was determined that I had invasive ductal cancer, but no lymph node involvement. That seemed to be what would be an easy fix for me. I had 20 radiation treatments and then was put on a medication, which is a hormone blocker, aromacin. Things continued, life as normal. Then, in the fall of 2022, I was diagnosed with stage 3 colon cancer. I went in to see the gastroenterologist and was having a colonoscopy. And afterwards he said, "You need to see a surgeon. You have colon cancer." What a blow that was, as I had had a colonoscopy just 15 months before this one. By September 1st, I was at the Mosaic Hospital in St. Joe. They removed my ascending colon. The pathology report afterwards showed that 5 of the lymph nodes that were removed out of 18 were had cancer cells in them. This was pretty devastating news that I really was not ready for. It took a while to process it all. After I healed from the surgery, I started chemotherapy. What I received was called the FOLFOX chemotherapy regime. It is considered the gold standard for treatment of colon cancer. There would be 12 treatments, hopefully completed within 6 months. However, the completion in 6 months did not happen due to platelet counts being low. But come 8 months later, I am done with chemotherapy. I had excellent care at the Mosaic Cancer Center here in Maryville. Dr. AJ is wonderful, as are all of his nurses and nurse practitioner. I had wonderful, wonderful care. I also had a lot of good care from my family members and friends that enabled me to get through it. It was a struggle, it was a challenge, but I am now through with it all. I wanted to share my story because I feel like I have had really good care with my breast cancer and my colon cancer. We are fortunate to have the programs or specialties that we do here in Maryville with Mosaic. I also wanted to share my story because I want to say to women, take good care of yourselves. Please remember, I had a negative mammogram just 1 year before the mammogram, last one, diagnosed me as having breast cancer. And I had had a colonoscopy just 15 months prior to the colonoscopy that diagnosed me with colon cancer. As women, we tend to put our own needs on the back burner. But put those things on your calendar, get them done, and don't procrastinate.